everyone. My name is Jason Lavender. I will soon be joined by my partner in crime, my better half, I should say, Shelly Lavender. We are Presidential Black Diamonds in this company. The company we're going to share with you tonight is an amazing company that changed our life. We have been in this company about 17 months, and we have absolutely, it's changed our lives. And we have some phenomenal speakers here today to share with you what they've done and the things that how this company has changed their life. The company we're going to be talking to you tonight about is called Pure, People United Everyone. And I'm going to jump in and go right into this and go right to a power-packed person that has done phenomenal things, just been in this company a short time. And he's a legend in my mind. I've been following this guy for a long time, admired his work on the football field. And more than anything else, I've admired what kind of person he is, kind of family man he is, kind of husband and leader he is. And I'm going to go with Rhett like me. Rhett, are you there?
I'm here, Jason.
Yeah, Rhett, go ahead and take it off. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, my relationship with Pure started about 2 months ago, probably sometime at the end of January. Our head coach, Sonny Dykes, and myself were at actually a coaches convention, ran into Jason, talked for a while, and he ended up sharing with us about Pure. And honestly, instantly what stood out to me was it just sounded like a great opportunity from a business standpoint to be on the ground floor of something, a healthy product, an organic product that helps people, that there's nothing else out there quite like it. And, at the same time, the business model just made sense to me. I didn't know a whole lot about it then like I do now, but something in my gut just told me it was going to be a good thing. And so just kind of jumped on board. And I remember going home to my wife, telling her we had a meeting and we learned about this product. She's like, well, that sounds great. I'd love to try the product and really believe it. That's great. We're signed up. And she kind of laughed because she just knows that's how I am. And, but I was just drawn, my initial interest was to the opportunity that I saw. And it all started with a man like Jason Lavender, who I knew was a man of high character. And, so for the first, I'd say probably 2 or 3 weeks, we just tried the product. And, we really started to fall in love with the product over 2 or 3 weeks. Didn't really share a whole lot with anybody. We just kind of wanted to see what the product is all about. Even though we were all in from the beginning, we just started to like the product more and more, so we started sharing. We'd share with about 3 or 4 people that were close to us, my former high school coach, and so, someone coaching at my high school, my sister, just people that were close to us. And we slowly started signing people up. And from a business standpoint, we probably the first 2 or 3 weeks just tried the product and made nothing. Then week 3 or 4 made about $200. The next week, $73. I think the next week, $1,250. Then the next week, $2,200. Then last week, $2,300. This week's going to be $16,000 to $2,000. And so financially, and probably 8 weeks total with the company, but only probably 5 to 6 weeks really trying to share the product. We're probably going to make $6,000 to $8,000. And so from a business standpoint, it just makes sense. And what I really like about it the most, being a college football coach, I don't have a lot of extra time. And my wife, we have 2 sets of twins. We don't have time for more. But because of the team building aspect of how you share Pure and how you build your business, because of the less is more philosophy, in other words, get the right people on board, help them be successful, help them duplicate the process, help them develop their team. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme, but over time, if you do it the right way and you build it the right way, you can build a very sustainable, side income, or if it's what you want to do full-time, even a full-time income. But for me, it just fits us because I'm a college football coach first. That's how I provide for my family. I'm going to be a dad second. I'm always going to be a husband first and take care of my family. This is just something extra that isn't taken away from, our everyday life, but it can also add value to our family financially. And then you get to the product, and real quickly, just things we love about the product. We love them all, really. But we take the super fruits. We've done the detox plan with all the cleanse products, the metabolic one, the probiotic. I've seen really good results there. But just the daily products is what we love. The Core 4, the Daily Build Vitamin, the Go Yin Juice. Just really sets the mood every day. The energy drinks, the Hydrate, and then I do the GPS line, working out. And so we fall in love with the product. It's a great business model. And the last thing I'll say is, I wouldn't share this with anybody because my relationships matter. My name matters, what people that I'm close to think. And I wouldn't share it with someone and want them to ever have a bad experience. And so when I share it with someone, it's because I believe in the product. first. And I think it's also a business model that can really help, add value to their lives, families' lives.
Rhett, thank you so much. Knowing that you are a busy person and being an offensive coordinator and the great work that you do and on the road recruiting and all the things that you do, and you still believe in this product, because no one's going to help you in your job and help your family and stuff. And I appreciate you trusting us in this business and with these products. And it's been a great journey this far. And I thank you so much for your leadership. You lead a great team in Arkansas. And speaking of that, one of the guys that you sponsor, I'm going to go to next, is talk about a man, a great character, a great person, a great football coach, great family man. I've known very in a short manner, but as soon as you hear this guy talk, you're going to know what he's about. And that's Coach Chris Wood in Arkansas. Coach, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for joining us. Kind of tell us where you're at, where you're from, and all that stuff. Take it away.
All right. I'm located up in Springdale, Arkansas at Harbor High School. And the biggest thing for me is my family. And I drew an interest in this because Brett had approached me late January and just said, hey, Coach, I got something I'm kind of looking into. I think this would be an interest for you just to check out. And I checked it out. But as you go along in life, I kind of put it to the side, and I was looking for – I didn't know if I wanted to really jump off into something. And so I just kind of kept plugging along. And, I thought Rhett did a real good job of just kind of sharing and then moving on from there. And then I had another person in February, just a month later, and that person was Annette Scoggins. She had reached out to me, and she said, hey, I got something for you. She's a AD down in the Dallas area. She said, listen, Coach, I think this is a great opportunity not only to network, but also to maybe financially help you and your family out. I'm fired up about it. Just came out of a meeting, and I want to share this with you. And, one of the things I was looking at this year really on a personal level was, I had a one word, John Gordon, one word mentality, and that was fit. And my fit was to be spiritually fit, emotionally fit, and, and then having a physical side of it. And so everything kind of started just kind of coming together because of those reasons. And, whenever you talk about emotional fitness, your financial component is important in that. When you're talking physical, you're always looking for that. I'm one of those guys that looks for that next thing, or I'm always chasing something. And I just got to a point where, I decided just to jump in, and like I said, I have such a respect for Rhett and Annette. They wouldn't steer me wrong. And, they've always kind of protected and watched over me and guided me. So for me personally and my family, I wanted to look at it from a business standpoint and also a health standpoint. And so I wanted to get product. I mean, that was the biggest question I had early on was product. Got the product here, started taking it along the way. I've been in it for about 3 weeks. I've got over half of my investment back. Last week threw me off a little bit because we were on spring break and I was in Gulf Shores. But really 2 weeks are really focused on it. This last week, Gulf Shores, trying to plug along. And, it's been a blessing in such a short time. It has been a blessing. And on the products, I believe it's important to get those in my system. I did a 7-day detox before I went to Gulf Shores. Lost 13 pounds on the detox, following the regimen. And also, taking the sulfur, I think it's been a game changer for me just from a joint standpoint. Played high school football, played college football. I have just like anybody else has played over a long period of time, you just got those aches and pains when the weather moves in. And I can say for the last 3 weeks that's been out of the way. And so just for us personally, what matters to me is when I look at it, I'm a Dave Ramsey guy, I'm a budget guy. So I just don't jump off on just any old thing. And to really bring conclusion on that, from a Dave Ramsey standpoint, one of his deals to be out of debt or to financially get stability, you're always looking for second incomes. Find something else to do. And, that's how I looked at it. And so many times you look out there and people always find a reason not to. There are always 1,000 reasons in this world not to do something. And, it was a special conversation I had with you on that Sunday. I was actually sitting at this table right here, supposed to meet you in Dallas. Didn't get down there, Jason. And sat here, I listened to that. I walked away from it. And I said, Chris, quit using the reason of not to do. Jump in, go all in. I went with a big pack, got bonus, qualified right out the chute. And I thought, you know what? God's going to take care of me on this journey. Because when it's all said and done, like all of us standing here, when your kids are in travel ball, that's a major expense. I have a son that plays high school baseball. We just came from a junior day camp that we had to fund that trip. my youngest son plays AAU basketball and those finances. And then I'm about vacation. I love to vacation with my family. So this was a no-brainer for me. So I jumped in with both feet, and it's one of the best moves I've ever made off a diving board into some water. And so I appreciate the opportunity to be a part of this.
Awesome. Coach Wood, it's I'm so glad that Red introduced us, joined forces, and love the meeting you put on it there in Arkansas. We had a great meeting. I had a phenomenal time, and just maybe I'll tell you what, the next time we come up there, I guarantee that meeting's going to double. But going to go to another guy that I've known for a while that actually I've worked camp with. I don't know, it'd been about 15 years ago. I don't know how long it was, but who knew that our paths would cross here at Pure? Again, Rhett introduced us, or not introduced us,